Action. Just gone live now. All right. Blessings, everyone. Blessings, blessings. I hope you all can hear me out there in, what we call it, YouTube land. All right. Welcome to the next installment of the Rawtruth. And I'll tell you what, we're gonna be doing it every Friday, every Friday evening, Sabbath Jamaica time. Most time willing. All right. Here in studios with me this evening, I got the officers. I got the brothers and the officers that with me right now, about to go in and have a little, a little dialogue right now. We are for the radio station officially. Let me send the bill come with it. You with me? Zeno, how do we still have a bill down there at the radio station?
Boy,
What's that about?
that I can't explain. I mean, we're not there, so.
But anyways, yes, but we are using our own platform now, and most time willing, we will be investing some of that money that we were putting into the radio station, into this platform to get out there and get it, get it going. We want to set up we would like to set up a base for the theme of these broadcasts with the Raw Truth. Very local centric, i.e. Jamaica centric. We want to reach out to the people at Jamaica right now and talk to them on a level. And I mean, you're welcome to tune in from anywhere in the world that you're listening from. But forgive us if our news or our discussion is a lot, central, is more focused on what the climate is locally within the island of Jamaica. We see we see a lot of what you call it? What's the word? We see a lot of slavery going on still. We see Jamaica becoming a Chinese colony. Just seen the article today from the newspaper. I don't know if your brother's seen it. The toll road has reported earnings of upward of 7 billion.
7 billion.
You seen it?
Yeah. Well, I
7
heard
billion.
about it.
7 billion. So check it out. The people from the Portmore toll have been paying to go to work and then paying to go home.
Yeah.
You understand? So I call that a form of modern day extortion, if you will, going on with some of the people I'm down here. And it's only going to get worse because the new roads that they're bringing in right now are Chinese owned, and the Jamaican people are going to have to pay back. They're going to have to pay that back, the Chinese loan. But check this out. Check this out. This is some craziness, and we're going to touch on this as well, dealing with some of the reparation. And speaking of China, we're going to go over there and talk a little bit about the what do they call it? The coronavirus. Now check this out. Jamaica goes to China for a loan. Chinese people say, okay, yeah, we're going to give you the loan. But guess what? Any development that you're doing, we are the ones that are going to have to do it. So they're blending the money,
I will pay it back to them.
and then we pay them back the money for the work. And then now the local people
Have to pay back the loan.
have to pay back the loan. How is that beneficial to progress? Anyways, we see that going on right now. And if you're new to the Raw Truth, or you're new to this type of platform, we don't just talk about the problems, we actually bring solutions to it, biblical solutions to the problems. Because why? We understand who these people are. These are the children of Israel. We understand that they're suffering the curses written off in the Bible for the disobedience to the Most High's laws. We understand that coming out of these curses, we have to go back to where we once fell from. And that's not being black, that's not being a slave, that's not being a nigger, that's being children of Israel. Alright? So, long introduction. Yeah? So, how we doing, brothers, tonight? We good?
Doing fine.
Yeah? I know that was a mouthful of an introduction just then. So, what you have to say, Brother Zeno?
Currently speechless.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Alright, I'll move on to Brother Ash. What you say, Brother Ash? What I go on for you right now with everything we just come out a while ago?
Speechless.
You speak? Never gonna ask you, you know. What you want to say? Come talk about it. What you want to know? We know some speeches, man. That room. You want to come out of the studio, man. Speeches. What you want to say?
So very interesting and strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the things that are going on in
Well,
the world.
really and truly, when you really check the history of it, right? It's not that strange, really, you know. All right. We also see on the news. We talked about it earlier, where the have chartered flights coming out of Britain right now, deporting a lot of Jamaican people or people of Jamaican heritage. Some people have never seen Jamaica before and getting expelled. There was some demonstration going on outside of number 10 Downing Street where the Prime Minister lives and saying that this is no chartered flights. People denying them rights. But check this out though, online, right? It says this is compensation for slave owners. Now check this out. After the abolition of slavery, right? Yeah, in 1833, British emancipated its enslaved people and raised the equivalent of 17 billion pounds in compensation. So you're saying, wait, slaves got compensation? No, they didn't. Guess who got the compensation? But the money wasn't paid to enslaved people. It was given to British slave owners for the loss of human property. So we're saying that, you know, once it looks strange right now, you see the Chinese people invading Jamaica and the people taking loans from China where that they're gonna have to pay back. Apparently the slaves were still paying back this compensation money up until when? When was it?
Yeah, like 2015. I have a green article.
The Gleaner article. There's a Gleaner article here saying that Jamaica was still paying back compensation to British slave owners up until when? Up until
Last payment was 2015.
the last payment, according to the article, was in 2015.
What's the title of the article again?
You got it there?
And that's about it. The title says deceptive and immoral slavery payments continued until 2015. British Treasury admits.
So the British Treasury admits that they were still receiving money. Okay? They were still receiving money for the compensation they paid out to the slave owners. So when the slave owners got paid, right? 200 odd years later, yeah? 200 odd years later, we were still paying what the British Empire had forked out for compensation. Now look at that. So, you know, some people talk about the slavery stop or slavery ended. I don't think it ever did. You know, as them say, Bob Marley said, when them release the chains and them I use them brain. Look at it.
You know, it kind of raise the argument or give it kind of give more, what's the word? It give more value to the argument of reparation, because normally you would mention reparation to people and they're like, hey, slavery done long time, why are you still looking back in the past like that? I mean, look at it, it's just 2015 and Jamaica still paying back for something that was, you know, supposedly gone long time.
But even that though, even that, how can you say slavery go on long time, right? When the Jewish people then put out a movie every year upon the Holocaust. And if you were to ever say that, yo, get over the Holocaust,
You're anti-Semitic.
you know, you're liable for lose your job. You're liable, you get me? In some places right now, some like you will even get a criminal charge for that. But why is it so offensive when we talk about this? And you see that right now, even within our societies, when we talk to our people about slavery, like, yo, the people act as if we're talking like there's a chip on our shoulder. No, there's no chip on the shoulder. It's the truth. The Jamaican people been paying back compensation up until 2015, probably still paying it up to now.
Yeah, I mean, and look at it right now. Back in the 19th, England asked Jamaica to come and build up the country, work and build up the country.
You're referring to the Windrush
Yeah,
generation.
referring to the Windrush generation. England is now okay, and you're deporting the people like that.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't even think of giving them reparations for the slavery that you put them to. And
Mm.
let's say a few of them was really undocumented.
Mm-hmm.
That's not equivalent to the amount of pillaging
Blood,
they did to
sweat, tears, murder,
You should just,
rape, robbery.
yeah, you
That
should,
them
you should
do.
just overlook that.
But look at this though. Look at this though from a biblical perspective, right? And this is why you would never catch me out there asking for reparations.
Right.
You will never catch me doing it.
Right.
And this is from a biblical perspective, right, people? Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy, please, real quick. The 28th chapter. Yeah. And let's pick up at verses 68. Let's go straight to it. Deuteronomy 28 refers to the blessings for obedience and the curses for disobedience. Okay? So verse 68 reads this. Read.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
When you look at that word Egypt, that word Egypt means house of bondage. How do I know that? Hold on for me. Give me Exodus 20 verse 2, real quick.
Exodus 20, verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So Egypt is the house of slavery, the house of bondage. Read that 28:68 again for me, please.
28:68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So the Most High brought us again into bondage with ships. When you look at our people, and you know, I would say it's ironic, but the Windrush generation went to the UK in what? In ships. Okay? Went over there, fought in them wars, you with me? And built the country up. I tell you what, my grandfather went over there on a ship. You understand me? My grandfather was part of the Windrush generation that went over there on ships. You with me? I think everybody here has a relative within the UK right now that come from that generation. Papa, when I was looking up for your ancestry lineage thing,
It was from the Windrush.
your grandfather was over there within the Windrush generation. You get me? Working for the Bureau. You with me? My grandmother worked in the arms factory where they were building weapons to go to war. You with me? So we all here have that part of the family that went into this thing. So when you look at the deportation going on right now, that could have been any one of us. So Deuteronomy 28:68. Pick it up again from me, please, come on.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
The Lord shall bring you into bondage again with ships. Come on.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Thou shalt see it no more again. That's the last captivity. Come on.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
So the Bible says we're gonna be sold unto our enemies. We've been sold. We've been sold to the British. We've been sold to the Portuguese. We've been sold to the Arabs. We've been sold to the so-called Caucasian, the white man, the Edomites. Same Europeans. We've been sold. Read.
For bondmen and bondwomen.
Bondman and a bondwoman means a slave man and a slave woman. Come on.
And no man shall buy you.
And it says no man's gonna buy you. Now when you look at that word buy, it means to redeem. So some people say, but you see, I'm a slave for that because no man will buy you. But when you look at the few verse, the sentence before it, it says you shall be sold as a bondman and a bondwoman. When it says no one shall buy, that buy means to redeem. Old English for redeem. So there would be no redemption. There would be no what's the word? Reparations by the slave master. That's not gonna happen. You with me? And then for the smart ones them there who think them onto something deep and they say, oh well the native Indians can't be
Because I got reparations.
because that reparation. Let me tell you something. Check this out. There was a you know about it. There's a program within America what they call the $5 Indian, where you could pay $5 and you will be considered to be a native Indian. You with me? So Will Rogers and all them kids, all of them became native Indians, and they're the ones who actually own the casinos and got the money from the states. You with me? But the real indigenous people right now are still being kicked off the land. Check out what's going on in Mexico. Who you think the Mexicans are? The Mexicans are the indigenous people. Look at them. But anyways, so let's keep it. So when I see this thing about what you call it, about reparations and them people, and we asking for money, listen, no way the slave masters are gonna pay the slaves.
Right.
They will never pay us to leave the plantation. We are the ones who built it up. You can't get rid of your labor force. That's like you going to work right now and telling the boss, here the deal, boss. Just pay me off. As a matter of fact, pay off everybody in the company.
And send we home.
And send me home. You understand? It would never happen. our reparations come from the Messiah. Our reparations come from coming back to our identity.
That's and that's so you know we are the people. I mean, look upon the Israelites. They get one plot of land. You understand? They get a nice little peace plan the other day for them.
Mm.
So and I got a lot of money from the world power, America.
Everybody they get money every year.
Exactly, even from us.
Yes.
Even from us.
Yes, every year they get money every
You
year.
understand? So
And my thing is that, well, if Germany did something to you, shouldn't Germany be paying you?
exactly.
Why am I paying you?
Your local churches is starting the offering money and paying them as well.
Huh? Why? No, and after the back of that, we did a program a couple months back where we're looking at the black churches within our Christianity within the states. 70, I think the figure was 77% of the church of Christianity within America is made up of black people. 77% of it. So it's the descendants of slaves. It's Israelites that funding the Jewish people, one, and they don't even believe in Christ.
Right.
Okay? They don't believe in Christ. So black Christianity has a lot to do also with this captivity that we're experiencing right now.
Right.
Brothers and sisters, if you just joining us, you're locked into the Rawtruth um, Jamaica edition. You with me? We're here talking with the brothers them. We're talking about slavery. We're talking about reparations. We're looking at the modern day slavery going on right now within the Caribbean. We're looking at the invasion, the Chinese invasion. You understand where the governments right now are, literally Chinese puppets. You with me? I mean, I think we should start teaching our children Mandarin right now, because that's where it's going. I woke up a Jehovah's Witness the other day, yo, fluent in Mandarin. Like, yo, what the hell, yo? You speak Mandarin? You, you, you understand? No, serious. Yeah, and the man fluent. I'm like, what? Come on. So we see it going, here, but is it new under the sun? No. This slavery has been going on. It never stopped. When you look at the children of Israel coming out of Egypt, or when they became in bondage in Egypt, it started off economically. They started to reduce the wages and increase the labor.
That's going on now.
Exactly, it is what's going on. When you have a company right now, so that we're going to build roads for you, and you're going to take what 40 years, have a 40 years repayment clause on it. No, 40 years.
Into a lifetime.
That's a lifetime.
Yes.
That's a lifetime. That's generational.
That's bondage.
That's bondage. Of course it is. And I mean, the Most High knows what other economic sales they have made in the name of progress and development, that really is putting the people and back into slavery, owned by the Chinese. Owned. I mean, the British Empire was still paying them back 200 years later.
100%. That you're looking in Isaiah 42, right? You can look on it. It explicit exactly what you said. That's exactly what I said. You understand?
Let's get it. Isaiah 42 and what?
And 22 again. Go on, go on.
Isaiah 42:22. So yes, people, when we're doing like these broadcasts, we're bringing some biblical solution. Isaiah 42 to what? What is it?
22.
22, and it reads. It says, "But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey, and none deliver it, for a spoil, and none say it, restore." Yeah, man, that's real. I'll give you another one. Let me go down to Zechariah. Let me go to Zechariah 11 and pick up at 5. Yeah? It says here, it says, "Whose oppressors slay them, and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich. And their own shepherds pity them not. So we can't even look at the Chinese and go, yo, the wicked Chinese like, hey, if their own people don't care, why should we care?
Exactly.
If their own shepherds, if them own politicians and them own pastors or them own whatever don't care, why should we? We're making money. We're making profit. Our people are progressing, and it's not just necessarily within the island of Jamaica. It's within the Caribbean. It's within Africa. You with me? The continent of Africa. All these countries. A lot of the Chinese going in there right now and pillaging the place. And what? You get the little thief politician at the front going, yeah, or the prime minister or the president or whatever the case is, getting massive kickbacks or backhands as they call it, right? And the people lie waste. And they're like, read it again. Whose oppressors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. So the white man don't feel no way about killing us. Why? Because what? We kill us. You understand? Huh? We kill us. Whose oppressors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, Blessed be the Most High, for I am rich. And their own shepherds pity them not. Mm. People, you're locked into the raw truth, boy. So come on, brothers, talk to me. What else going on right now? Talk to me.
It's just a sad state of people in, you understand? And if you really look at it, the people they don't care about themselves, they don't pity themselves. They love to have it so. You understand? We
Mm-hmm.
actually like we like how things are now. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
We really don't want to change.
Mm-hmm.
We love oppression.
Mm-hmm.
But we really don't want it.
Sorry, what that? Go ahead.
Very, very, very comfortable for us. No, it makes zero sense. I mean, it's like we can consider as a people and say, say we're still slaves. If you look on a man and you say, you're slave, and vex with it. You remember we were at Afro Tree preaching,
Yeah.
and we tell the sister, say, this is the reason why we're suffering. The sister herself on the streets, Ella.
Mm-hmm.
She herself bleaching
Who
cream
ble-
and cups.
who brown
Burn
him?
up.
Burn up. Yeah.
Bleaching cream and cups she herself.
Yeah.
And I said, burn up, say nothing now go on. Burn up said, what do you mean by nothing now go on? Burn up nearly fight Zena. Because you tell burn up say nothing now go on fear and life rough on and away. The Bible said the Most High set a fire around us and we are burned and we not consider.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm. We take no consideration for it.
Exactly.
We take no consideration. But looking like I'm saying, we have people might be tuning into this broadcast void of the understanding of the truth, void of the knowledge that listen, there's a curse on our people that's biblical, that runs through our DNA in our bloodline, right? So it's like, as Paul said, we have to condescend to men of low estate and be all things to all men that we might gain some, right? And I want the people, the new people, who tuning into this broadcast, hearing it for the first time, to just have a look, all right? Have a look out there and ask yourself, is this system here for you, or it's against, or is it against you? All right, and be honest with look at it from a very objective perspective, right? Not that you're hearing it from a couple brothers on the radio talking about the Bible and all of that. Yeah, just I mean, I get it. When I say I get it, check it. One of the things that for me, right, when I first encountered this information, right, I with the children of Israel, suffering the curses and all of that stuff. I had a problem with the Bible. You understand me? I was never a Christian, so I had a problem with the Bible. I was always say, well, the Bible is a white man book and so on. So I can imagine people tuning in, hearing might be saying the same thing, that this Bible thing. I'm reading the Bible, not understanding that. Listen, the Bible is really our history. You get me? The Bible is really our it's our story, it's our constitution, it's our record. I found an article, so I was, and it's actually from a Jewish source, but I'll share it with you. I'll share it with you soon. You with me? And it goes into some stuff, man. I was looking at it a few days ago. Yeah, and it got me excited because it was bringing me into some information also that was also taken out, like the Apocrypha. So some other stuff, like health and all that. But anyways, no one go off too much on that one. I'll talk about that next time off here.
Yeah.
But yeah. So people just tuning into this right now and hearing us talk, all right? Talking about them here is talking about slavery. This, probably saying, yo, why the brothers here talking about slavery again? Yeah, we're talking about the compensation of the people. The slave owners are compensated as opposed to the slaves. Who does that? Who compensates the owner? Who compensates the aggressor?
Right.
Who does that? Who?
The system does.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I mean, we're looking back in Jamaica again. Check it. You talk to Bun Up and all them. All them people, whenever them see the police coming up,
Run.
them have to run.
Yeah.
You get me? Them have to run. But then now you have the Chinese now. And the other nations them come in and them get the shops. And them get tax breaks. You know that if you couldn't go China right now and set up a jerk chicken stand without a Chinese man owning 55% shares in the company of the jerk chicken. You couldn't do that.
Because the Chinese shepherd pity the Chinese.
Yes, the Chinese people looking out for the moon. If you want to do business in China, your business must be done with the Chinese. You with me? But you come Jamaica, you don't need that.
And that's right. You should look out for your people.
Exactly.
And so we're not against the Chinese doing that. You should look out for your people.
Exactly. That's the right thing.
We're not looking out for it. Because,
We're not.
for instance, I don't support reparation either.
Mm-hmm.
But it does highlight the point that something is wrong with our. Like, if you don't see that something is wrong and you should have been compensated, even though the most I say you're not going to get it, justice says that you should have been.
Mm-hmm.
And no one is pleading justice for the children of Israel.
There's nobody talking for it.
You understand? And anybody tries to plead justice is they are pushed to the side and ridiculed.
Mm-hmm. Someone sends a message here. This is from Serena Sheriff, says, I still see people suffering today. So yes, they're against my people. I'm a New Zealander Maori, and the British colonies arrived in 1769. They came to steal land, kill, destroy. History tells us a lot. So the people down there, the South Pacific Islanders in Australia, New Zealand, you with me, right through Hawaii, all them experienced the same thing from the British. They came, colonized, killed, pillage, and rape. You with me? Now we understand it from a biblical perspective, of course, and we understand that the Most High says, "Listen, no man going buy it, no man's gonna redeem it. Our redemption can come from looking for them to come and give us back money.
Right.
It can't. How our redemption comes from what? Comes from Christ. Comes from going back into the scriptures, going back to our understanding. Now, we were talking earlier again about the coronavirus. Now we know that we see a lot of things, a lot of hype make going on over it. But you know what's coming. You know what's coming on down the pipeline. You know they're gonna come and say, "Oh, listen, in order for you to fly,
You need a vaccine.
you need to get vaccinated." And we think the corona is in Jamaica, so we're going quarantine all of Jamaica, or we're going quarantine all of New Zealand, or we're going quarantine all of wherever we see fit. And there's a threat. We look at the islands of Puerto Rico right now and the seismic activity going on over there, the earthquakes and all that stuff. But you there? You understand? We see the seismic activity going on over there right now. Yeah, we see the what you call it? We see the excuse me. We see the history on Puerto Rico of them testing weapons, bombs. You understand?
Yeah.
Bombs, bombing the people. Like, you know, we see all that going on. So, like I said, if you're just joining us here, we're actually talking about the destruction of our people and how, how we see them compensate the slave owners. You with me? And here within Little Jamaica, we see right now the Chinese coming in. Yeah, and it seems like they're about to be compensated. Come on, brothers, talk to me. Yeah, what you saying, brothers?
And somebody just commented that coronavirus is the same as swine flu.
It is. Yeah, man. The coronavirus is the swine. It's the same influenza, the same SARS. You get me? Bird flu. It's the same thing. You understand? Whereas the doctor make a point that yo listen, notice how the coronavirus them say everything that you eat to get it or whatever it comes from something unclean. So
Yeah.
maybe the Chinese people over there could actually have a look at the dietary laws written of in the Bible and actually apply some of it to them lives. It might save some of them. You understand? It actually just might to save them.
For real, I mean, whether you believe that the virus did come from an animal, which I think is ridiculous, but yeah, this is a point where you should look at the dietary laws of the Bible as well.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
You should look at it.
Because
Because
all the animals that you're getting sick, that you're getting so-called sick from HIV, AIDS, coronavirus, Ebola, all of them come from some unclean animals that,
based on what they're saying.
right?
So at least we know that, well, hey, listen, no clean lamb when give you or cow or you get me, when give you no corona. Why not just eat something clean?
And done.
You understand? And this is and this
Protect yourself.
and this is something for sure the people as well, even within this little island of Jamaica, that something, we need to eat the right things and because even the swine, right? The swine over there, is killing the people them. So, you know, it's a point to observe the dietary laws. Like I don't hear nobody say, boy, that it's like it's that a lamb there, a goat the boy, that goat the mash milk, you know.
Who are the answer that?
That goat, that goat there, my calf, yo. Hey, after me eat the goat, you know, man. A beer coughing, no, nobody knows that. You with me? Big up, brother, you care, you understand? if him tuning in. But yeah. Yeah, man. It says, Serena Sherry says, yes, eat good nutritional food, plant-based diet for a few weeks will boost your immune system. Yeah, man, definitely. Go back to the herbs, man. As a matter of fact, speaking of the herbs, let's go into some scriptures on that real quick. All right, let me get the apocrypha here. Get the apocrypha, right? The 16:11. Get the 16:11 here. Let's go over to Sirach. Sirach 38. Yeah, man. Yeah. So Sirach 38 and 1 reads says, honor a physician with the honor due unto him for the uses which ye may have of him, for the Lord hath created him. For of the Most High cometh healing, and he shall receive honor of the king. The skill of the physician shall lift up his head, and in the sight of great men he shall be admired. The Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. Now check it. When we finish upon the health minister, sorry? Oh, in Sirach 38 and 4. I read it again. The Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. So when if you see the health minister come out today on TV and tell the people them to stop take bush medicine.
Yeah.
Every medicine we them have within pharmacy or pharmacy derives from a plant.
Yes.
All of them
Synthesized to
them
do the same thing
if
as
you
the
do the same
plant.
thing as the plant. So the Bible says what? The Bible says the Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. He will not hate them. So we go back like we said, we're highlighting problems, right? We're highlighting some problems, and we're bringing some solutions to it as well, right? If we go back to the Bible and link back into the scripture,
A lot of issues.
we will come out of a lot of the problems that we have. The swine flu thing, as the brother commented before, our sister commented before, yo, let's go grab some herbs. You with me? And boost your immune system.
For us.
Fast, yeah, because what? I mean, you know,
The people of the shortcut way.
but the shortcut don't work, though, that's the thing.
Exactly.
The pharmacy the pharmaceutical medicine the pharmaceutical industry, it does not work. The side effects.
Yeah, dear.
The side effects.
Yes, it's because side effects sometimes are immediate.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you take some antibiotic and you feel the side effect for the next 2 years. You understand? So
True.
you feel all
True.
as well. And
True.
that's the problem. Man. We love the quick fix.
I always look on the painkiller, the pharmaceutics, right, as a fire alarm within your house. So you have a fire alarm within the house, and the fire alarm go off. So what you do? You get up
And turn off the alarm.
and turn off the alarm.
I guess the problem solved.
I say, yeah, man, this fire alarm now make no more noise.
But the fire is still
The
there.
fire's still there. That's what these pills do. These pills, yo, these pills don't work. These pills are killing you.
Exactly.
Like them say, yo, listen, I must take this to get rid of the fever and the coughing and the nausea. And the side effects is fever, coughing, and nausea.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah.
Huh?
That's how you you're taking a medication, get your foot a scratcher, right? Is that itch you?
The next with my stress.
And
Rough.
the side effect is that your foot may drop off, fall off. And you're good with it.
and then
You're crazy, man.
when that happens, you take another pill for that side effect.
Yo, listen, the side effect of the thing said death.
You ever see the ones for mental illness when they add Lunesta?
Yo.
And it always sounds somewhat nice,
Yeah.
you know, Lunesta. And then it tell you, when you take Lunesta, what got me?
Thoughts of suicide.
Exactly, thoughts of suicide. Now you're even more crazy.
Sugar, yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Thoughts of suicide. So hold on. See, I tell myself my mental health condition right now, alright? My little stress at the job and the boss and all of these things. You won't give me an antidepressant, right? That may give me thoughts of suicide.
Yes.
Right now, I'm not thinking to kill myself now. You with me, but after you give me this,
Well, but it not mean everybody.
Yeah.
It's only 2 out of 5.
and you really want to run that risk. Like, and we see where our people even come with that same thing. It's just 2 out of 5. But then you take the pill every day. So every day that you take it, there's a 2 out of 5 chance
you going to try to kill yourself.
they will crack yourself.
It's crazy. Like I said, I said the article with you. I see if I can play it here, so. No, it's gone. Let's see if I can get it up here, so, alright? And play it. I don't know how if it will come through the mic, through the what do you call it? Through the system. But I want to see if I can play it here. I hope I don't get copyrights on it. I'm gonna try it anyways. Yeah. And try it anyways. I played it for you last night with the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister was saying we're talking about rights, right? Papa, you check this out. Check this out.
I think it got feedback.
We're going to
Alright,
see.
so play from another device.
Yeah.
I'm going to try it out for this still and see if it come through this. Alright. Papa, check this out. Yeah, check this out. Check this out. This is the Prime Minister of Jamaica right now. Check him out. Listen to this. Listeners at home, I don't know if you're gonna hear it, but we'll try.
We always have this problem: the individual right to privacy, the individual right to keep them yard dirty if they want to, versus the community public health issue. And we face this conflict of individual rights versus public right. Because when we send out the people to do fogging and someone take up a stone and hit that person who is trying to do the public's job in the public interest, because some people, for their own private reasons, don't want anybody in their community or don't want anybody in them yard. That can't work. And I'm saying it here again.
I hope the listeners can hear this, brother.
Yeah, man. I don't want nobody in the yard.
Yeah.
You understand?
Don't want nobody in them yard. So
the yard.
is it not my yard?
Yeah.
Do,
You have the right now to come in the yard.
You know, one time somebody must fly a drone over in place for trash
or big houses?
yeah.
Yeah.
And to this day, people say that's why Jamaica put in the law to ban the drones.
Journalism.
So you want to curse somebody. I mean, I'm not really against fucking like that. Still, I understand the point you might bring across.
Yes.
But you don't allow somebody to just come to your yard and fuck either.
Yeah, but check it out, Papa. Check it out. It's not just that, innit? What he's playing at right now, right? What I'm getting from this is that he's saying that when it comes to public interest,
Right.
then you don't have no say.
Right, I know that's what he's saying, but
You get me?
he's not holding himself to the same standard.
Yeah, but check that though. Hold that for a sec. Right? It's now the dengue outbreak. Why they're saying that? But what else will come?
Right, we're going to override my rights.
Where they're gonna override it. And this is what the people I think need to really look at and zone in at as to what he's saying. Listen to this.
To every single citizen of Jamaica, the public's health is your business, and your right cannot come over the public right.
You hear that? Your right can't come over public right. So check it out now. My baby born at the hospital, and I say, yo, listen, I do not want my baby to get vitamin K or any other your vaccines going on. And you're going to tell me now that
It's public right.
it's a public right, because maybe now if I don't give my child a vaccine, right, I am endangering the public. Listen to the rhetoric that they're coming with that. That's what I'm saying.
To good health.
No, yeah. Yo, this man's a hypocrite. Straight up. You with me? The man fly the drone up. You get me?
It's just agenda.
You can. Nobody here can walk into your yard under the guise of, yo, we're here for public interest. You get me?
Yeah,
No.
we want to see
Yo.
Jamaican money.
Well, I say, well, yeah, it's taxpayer money.
Exactly. That's public interest. Yo, you will get shot quick. You with me? And thrown in a jail cell somewhere. Come on.
And that must be made absolutely clear.
No, listen, you hear the clapping in the background?
And you don't have any right
It sounds good.
You listen to
to
that?
block,
You don't have any right.
deter, block, and you don't have any right. 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 And you don't have any right to block, deter, or harm a public officer doing the public's work.
We shouldn't be surprised by
No,
this thing.
but listen,
We're slaves.
it's on the right. You're right. You're right. That's the only thing you're right about, and you're right in is that you don't have any rights.
Me refusing to come in my yard and can go to jail.
That's what he's saying to you. You have no right.
And Minister of Health,
Isn't-
and I'm saying to the
isn't the
Commissioner of
police
Police
officer,
and the police officers who are here,
doesn't
we
a
must
police-
enforce the laws very strongly on this matter.
Can a police officer go
Because-
to the house without a search warrant?
No.
Yes. Yes.
No.
No,
No,
they
no,
can't.
no, 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 they can't.
They can't.
They can't.
No,
No, no, no, no. Watch me. Hold up, hold up,
You
hold
live in
up.
Jamaica.
Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up.
You live in Jamaica.
Hold up, check it out, check it out, check it out, check it out.
Legally, though.
Legally?
No.
I mean, hold up. Let me rephrase it. Jamaican police do anything when they want to. Yeah?
Yeah.
But by law though, by law,
It's not-
him can't enter your premises without probable cause.
No, and that's the thing, isn't it? The law only apply at church garden. It only applies to some communities. Everybody know that. The law don't apply in no inner city in Jamaica.
You're right. We're not gonna argue.
You don't apply.
You're right.
You don't apply in Augustown.
Yeah,
Guess
no,
what?
You don't apply around these parts.
Guess what? You don't have any rights.
Hey.
If you decide to come in here, nothing you can do about
But
it.
they were one day, 6-1. And me and my cousin and that, I'm gonna go out and I say, what are going? Be a soldier. What the girl? I said, just come for the car over the girl. And they came in, proceed to search.
You understand?
You understand?
You don't have the right to
And that's it.
understand that.
No, right. No, I don't pretend like that, right?
So, they never show you no formal documentation.
No. They'll search and ask why man you go to school and I say, yeah man, since 6-1. And I say, okay, alright. Yeah, that's it. And you do have the rights. We need to come to realization. You do have the rights don't exist. As a matter of fact, 70% of the population. That rights only exist up Cherry Gardens. You go on, yes, the police come here. Don't let me in.
For Cherry Garden, that be like, at the gate.
You see, that's the problem with Israel. Other day, I got here, Hunts Bay, and a young man came in the station, and the police said to him, I don't remember what the police said. Like, police said, tell him to go in the cell. And the man said, yo, I know my rights, you know. How do you? I know my rights. The police proceed to start giving me some big fist in our side. And I said, look at this puppy show. Why you just go in the cell? You know your rights. That's your right to get some big fist.
You're right to get beaten.
Exactly. That's
No,
the
but
right.
no, but listen. Let's be fair now, right? Let's be fair. Honestly, one of the worst police stations on the island. Why you not gonna say go on, but you get me? I'm here telling you from experience. One of the worst lock up on the island. You get me? Even police tell us say yo, I don't want nice place.
Hey, the police done fist and a thump him, fist him up. The police tell him say, here, so I come back. Wait till I come back after my patrol. You understand? Wait till I come back. You ain't problems. Alright, come on. Man.
No
You
mercy.
have rights.
You have the right to remain silent.
Yeah.
That's it.
Never seen that in Jamaica. Police come here, door come knocking. I don't have rights. Person, don't be grand up to the office. Offer some tea while you're at it.
Yeah. Listen to this. We'll finish out the clip at 100. Everybody can hear it, right? Online.
Yeah, man.
It is not in the public's interest for someone in their private yard to be breeding mosquitoes. And when you come to talk to them, they tell you can't come in the yard and you can't tell me what to do.
Hear me as it is. Who in them right, man, and they behind a breed? Who have mosquito farm around there?
No.
Oh.
Where you made that from?
Who are breed mosquito around here? Huh? Who?
No, it sounds like joking, but you realize that the prime minister of the country basically take away your rights.
Yeah, man.
You don't have the rights, you possibly have mosquito in the
Yeah, man. You know, so mosquito in the yard. So
I must come in here.
Yeah, man.
What about when something more serious comes? Like
That's my point. That's the point I'm making.
Right,
That listen. So when Corona come right now, yeah, then it's going to be outright straight assault. It's straight austerity. Because if liquor dengue, when I say dengue in your backyard, and you're not on the rights, yeah, you're not on the rights, yeah, for the liquor dengue.
Want to be Corona.
Want to big Corona. And Corona comes. Listen, and when if you hear the article about the news, when I talk about the people who come from China with it, and them quarantine them. I give one cup of soup and I get them. Oh, what the?
I thought they sent them back.
No man, there's some Jamaicans that come home with them quarantine.
Okay.
So they send them off for the 2 weeks in quarantine before them can actually come back out. You with me? So them have them right now and them are lick out big time about the treatment what them I get. Yeah.
I guess they could just look at it as a
You
pass.
don't have any right.
So, right. No, there's no. Listen. Hey, I'm gonna finish play after the little clip here with
about this.
the right honorable
That
brother.
can work. And in fact, the public health law gives the right to the public health officer to enter your premises and take action if you are having.
Yes.
My brother told me that was passed from either in the 70s or in the 90s.
Them of that law.
Yeah, the public health law.
Yeah.
So you see, even within the Israelite community, that we don't really we're anti immunization or vaccine. You know, we have to be a little bit quiet about that because there are laws now that you can get
Public health laws.
you can get your behind in trouble.
Mm.
Understand?
But the Bible tell you, man, that your family will give you up. You with me?
Yeah.
To them, so you know, yo, listen, you be vaccinated? Yeah, man. No, serious. No, serious. It's like some things best you just keep to yourself. Like why would you understand me? What? Okay, you baby vaccinated? What does that have to do with you? Or what's up? What's the problem? My child is fully in cooperation with what they need to get done. You with me? Some answers you have to just give because if
Wise
not,
as a serpent.
yeah, man. Because if not, yo, you can get yourself in trouble with it.
100%.
Yep. Let's finish off this clip here, so.
Breeding sites. And I'm saying to the minister and to the police, we have to enforce this law
Yeah. Yes, sir.
because it is in the public's interest.
I was a police
So
officer who told me
the
that
entire Jamaica must be
it was
aware
fully enforced.
that the government is serious about
Yep, on the
controlling
books.
dengue. And not just dengue, but all the diseases that are vector-borne.
Yeah,
Not
man.
just dengue.
Not just dengue.
Are vector-borne.
Let's get it again.
Controlling dengue. And not just dengue, but all the diseases that are vector-borne.
So let me ask you a question. Is the common cold a public health interest? Because more people catch common cold than this, you know, than corona. You know? So it's basically anything them can come and deem public health interest, public health law need to get enforced
Push the door.
and push it down, as the brother said,
The problem is that legislation has already been passed.
passed
Yeah.
to do that. Interesting, yo. Very, very, very interesting. Very interesting. But yeah, so when I saw that the other day, I'm like, yo, it's serious. So all we need for years is Corona is here, and then
Problems.
yeah, man, police them will have right to come kick down your door.
Yeah.
You with me? And lock up who them feel if you need to get locked up,
Feel like
and quarantine who forget quarantine.
that I weren't public health. Huh? That's magic word. Public health.
Public health inspection.
Wow.
But that's kind of what happening in China right now. So them put a thermometer on you. You look like a fever too high.
Well, them of a scanner away, them just can catch your body heat from a mile as you walk through the airport. And I actually saw it in China a few years ago when I went there. Them have the screen as you come through the thing. Them screening you. If your temperature up too much, yo man, turn right.
Hopefully,
Alright,
well,
well,
good permanent fixture where you can't really travel as you'd like because you have to wear a coat or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I mean, most countries, you know, like most Eastern countries, it has always really been like that. I don't know if you never noticed, you see the Chinese people them always have on mask. Like you probably don't see it prominent out here, but when you're in Europe, them always wear a mask. So when you go to China, it's same thing. You with me? You always see them have on
White.
a little dust mask type looking thing. So them climatized to that. You with me? It's something where them used to it. You understand? You used to going through Chinese airport and seeing the military there, looking for escort or something if your temperature come up too high. You understand? You look fit. When the Ebola thing that happened, we had a lot when we were going to like Ethiopia and parts of Africa. Them they actually start to want to check us. You get me? So we have to say, oh, don't stamp the passports when you travel them places.
Yeah.
Because certain places right now you travel them, you have problems entering into other countries. You with me? So you know Jamaican love get them books stamp up.
Yeah.
Man. Lord, that stamping something. leave that stamping thing out. You with me? Because some of the countries you actually can tell the immigration officer, no, don't stamp your passport. You with me? Like I said, when we went to Ethiopia, we had that problem there. Don't stamp the passport because you stamp it,
Problem.
Probably can get to some
Probably
places.
can't go back home.
Can go back home. Can go. Yeah, Australia was a country that was big. Like, and you know, if you ever say Australia immigration coming like, you know, Australia immigration will make you feel like you've stolen something coming into Australia.
Hmm.
And the irony about it is that the Australians stole the land. You get me? Australia the biggest thieves, yo. You with me? Australia was a criminal colony. When they create, you see them Europeans you see in Australia right now? They came there as prisoners out of England and parts of Europe. And then them going to tell you that you're a criminal.
Yeah.
Huh? Huh? When the whole of your family are criminals. But yeah. But yeah, man. How long we been up now, huh? But yeah, man, so it's serious. I mean it's real. It's real. And now we've been at live for an hour. I think we can go for another one. What, 20 minutes or so?
Yeah, we're supposed to go.
Yeah? The what?
Swine.
I'm telling.
Children do that, China.
Oh, the try guys. Am I get rid of the swines right now?
Have some virus.
Well, no, they know say it's unclean.
No, there's some virus.
You know, it's funny you said that a while ago, Australians being some of the biggest thieves out there, right? Catch this in Obadiah. I don't know if Zena can read. Verse 5.
Are we going to? Obadiah?
Yeah, 5.
Go on, Ark.
Alright, it reads, if thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the
Stolen just enough for themselves? And if the grape gatherers went into thee, would they not leave a gleaning? Nah, man, they not leave nothing.
The Bible assures that them people are different.
Different, yeah.
Like, oh, Edom steals, Edom come in and then take over. Like, it just,
Take a tree.
yes,
Yeah,
take
man.
the tree and the land and the yard and everything of it. Different type of people.
Actually, I read it over again from the the Septuagint right now. The Septuagint reads very different from out of the King James Version Bible, which is why I like this part of it. It says, "If thieves came into thee and robbers by night, where wouldest thou have been cast away? Would they not have stolen just enough for themselves? And if grape gatherers went into thee, would they not leave a gleaning? How has Esau been searched out? And how has his hidden things been detected? How? In thief." You understand?
That's how you identify.
That's how you identify him. Him thief. Him come to the land and then take the land over. Put this in you understand? Him come over and him take the land fully over.
But him do it so good. Like, when you tell him to stop, you have to compensate him for it. Alright, let me compensate you for the next 200 years because you don't get the chance to thief and plunder.
Mm-hmm.
Is that good? You understand?
Speaking of that, let me get Esau's blessing for you. 'Cause Esau have a blessing in it. Check out Esau's blessing, yeah?
Everybody else is cursed.
Listen to Esau's blessing. Let me read. Let me get Esau's blessing. Genesis 27:32. And Isaac his father said unto him, Who art thou? And he said, I am thy son, thy firstborn, Esau. And Isaac trembled very exceedingly, and said, Who? Where is he that had taken venison and brought it to me? And I have eaten of all before thou comest, and have blessed him. Yea, and he shall be blessed. Verse 34. And when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceeding bitter cry, and said unto his father, Bless me, even me also, O my father. Verse 35. And he said, Thy brother came with subtlety, and hath taken away thy blessing. And he said, Is it not he rightly named Jacob? For he has supplanted thee with these 2 times. He took away my birthright. No, you sold your birthright. Let's get that right. And behold, now he hath taken away my blessing. And he said, Hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, Behold, I have made him thy Lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants, and with corn and wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth. That means to this dude,
Best place on earth,
I go live on the earth, on the land.
America, Australia.
Everywhere him go, he must take land. He not really have nowhere. And of the dew of heaven from above, and by the sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass, when thou have the dominion, which is now, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, The days of mourning of my father is at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. So Esau never get no land for himself, you know.
Just take yours.
Just take your own. You and me just come and take it. Take your one with the sword.
Oh, what's that? Oh, looks like my land. Oh, okay.
When you look at when you look at the history of it, right? Within Europe, you had Zepho, who was the first person that moved the Europeans east. So like when you look at it, he moved what you'd call the Mongolians east. Yeah, and then after Zepho did it, then Alexander came and did it again and pushed them even further east. You with me? So that's how when you look in Europe now, you see what you call Edomites in Europe. How did they get that? They took the land. They took it by force. And that's why the same book of Obadiah says, yo, listen, they are greatly despised. You with me? Greatly. But yeah, let's get some of the comments coming in off of the YouTube. It says, wow, does this relate to Christ delivering other nations into Israelites' hands? Because they keep messing with the Most High's creation when they don't follow Christ's laws, such as in commandments. Shabbat Shalom, Khan Shalom, Shabbat Laha, no such word. Okay, with that. Alright, has work been done. Alright. Yeah. Alright, some comments coming in. You can drop your comments in. You can read them out live. As you know, we're building up the broadcast, so we kind of have time right now to do it as you come in. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, you know, and we can go in. But yeah, this Esau, Esau is a serious adversary within these times against our people. But yeah. But going back to the article here, or the clip that we played earlier from the prime minister, right? From the so-called prime minister of Jamaica, he's telling you straight up that there is no rights when it comes to when what they deem is public interest
100%. And make it perfectly clear that they have the law
to back
they're
them.
backing.
To back them. Yeah.
So that's it. And I'm telling them, say them come to spring your problems. Hey, go get the police.
Get the police, and the police can extend the full extension of the law.
Exactly. And since the whole corona thing outbreak in China, I really feel like that's the reason why they want to look for zoning in Jamaica. I feel like this zoning is gonna be necessary later on for them.
Zoning, what's that?
The
Zozo.
Zozo.
Yeah,
But check it out. Everywhere though in Jamaica you're going right now, there's Zozo is moving into it.
Yes, everywhere.
Zozo, there St. Thomas now. Like when did St. Thomas need Zozo?
No, the other day I went to Augustown, right? And I passed about 6 or 7 barriers on one road. One straight road. 6 or 7 barriers.
Mountain View are the same as
You
well.
understand?
Mountain View are the same as well. Well, five barriers coming up Mountain View. From Harbour View coming up, but you're on about 5 blockade. But you see it though, you see them slowly coming in with it. And check this out, as you just said that, right? Look what's on the Prime Minister's Instagram. It says Jamaica Constabulary Force recruitment drive. So them doing a mass recruitment
Yeah, man, something coming, man.
with police and soldier, yo. Mass. It's like remember one time gone what? You have to go camp for how long? Like a year? Officer training for about a year before you turn soldier, right?
No, just 1 month.
1 month, I'm doing around 6 months.
No, man, calm down.
No man, it ridiculously short though
Short
now.
now.
Yeah man. It's short right now. Where them literally bring them in the academy and thrust them out. You ever drive through one of them Zozo, yeah? A be a little pitney or anything up.
Yeah, man.
22
Be a little pitney.
Younger than that.
Be a little pitney with some big rifle.
Yeah.
Yeah?
The gun bigger than them.
19.
You remember the girl we saw the other day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah man. Be a little pitney with some big rifle. You with me? So Benjamin Twitter. Bird there. Bless up Benjamites. Long time when I hear you man. Hope you're well. Yeah? We need to catch up. I think we have Rash in the building same way too. Rash is here. Rash normally a link in with the chats. But yeah man, big up everybody coming in to the Rawtruth Jamaica broadcast. The last these first two broadcasts we've been kinda like what's the word? We kinda been deliberating on the days that we should use. I think the Friday evening work. So we're going to keep it on Friday evening, and hopefully we can get some guests to come in some of these future broadcasts. But actually, brother, I should try to line up some dude. I think he's the manager of.
I think we have a guest in about the pastor guy I think mentioned. Yeah, right.
Yeah, man. We could get a little pastor. We can bring him in, have a conversation with him. Can get some of the guests on some of the hitting topics them within Jamaica. Wouldn't mind speaking to some of the people them who on the front line. And get there, rather than me just here talking, we talking and coming from a biased perspective, at least we can get some what's the word? Some balance to the discussion. You with me? So how long we been online for? I think we can wrap it up right now. Still, I see brothers want to add nothing more to it. So I think we've been on for how long we've been on now? We've been on for a good just over an hour. Is there anything you want to add?
No, that's basically it.
You good?
We touch all the live topics.
Yeah, man. That's it.
Yeah? Are we good?
Till next week.
Until next week, alright people. Stay blessed, prayed up. May the Most High keep you where you are. And that's all we have for the Raw Truth this episode, alright? So, have a blessed Sabbath and be safe. Shalom.
Shalom.
Blessings.